Hello you guys, good morning, happy Wednesday. I know when it's Wednesday because we have our rubbish collected, whether that's the recycling or normal rubbish. Anyway, I have a schedule to focus on today. Honestly, it's only a couple of things, but they're things that I have to get done in the next few days. Otherwise, I'm gonna feel a little bit guilty with myself. Excuse the sound. I'm really hungry, so I'm having some cheese and bacon shapes, one of my favorites. Not sure what you guys get in the UK and America. You might get something similar. What's the name of the brand? Or Arnott's. Arnott's, that should be, I think that's a UK brand, isn't it? Arnott's? Anyway, I really love cheese and bacon shapes, and I'm just, even though I haven't had breakfast, this is like the next best thing for me, so I'm gonna have. Anyway, so today I have to get a fair bit of cleaning done. I love the flavor of cheese and bacon. It's so delicious. I could probably stand here all day and just eat and talk. But I won't do that to you guys. I love it still. So good. Anyway, cleaning. I gotta get the front part of the, well, not the front part, but the top part of the house, because we actually have 2 or 3 stairs going up a platform. And the front room is, how do you say? The front room is gotta be cleaned as well. But the good news is Greg is really helpful, so I'm not doing it all on my own, you know? I've got an itchy nose today. Anyway, I feel like I could possibly really be good at procrastinating and just stand here and let it just happen, but I don't have a cleaner. I want one, but I don't have a cleaner and I need to do it myself. Hiding behind bushes in the garden, playing hide and seek until the sun goes down. Imagine we're riding on a dragon, flies us safely where we can't be found. It's all made up, yet it feels real to me and you. The names that we gave them, oh, just because we're older doesn't mean we can't still play. where I've been uploading some short videos. I heard from my life coach that a lot of people are starting to do these YouTube shorts. So I thought I would experiment and see if I can come up with those as well, but also doing some other short videos and learning how to use my YouTube app, because I tend to use YouTube on my laptop editing my videos, and my videos, as you know, are fairly long, between 20 to 40 minutes sometimes, depending on what sort of content I have and how long I really want you to see everything. So anyway, I did a couple of short ones today just to experiment. Maybe you guys like it, maybe you don't. I'm going to see if there are, you know, some more that I want to do throughout the week. Anyway, it's just a learning curve for me, but I have a fair bit of cleaning to do today. So that is my daily, today that is my schedule, is getting some more of this house cleaned. So you're welcome to join me. I'm just gonna get on, do what I can. I am so lucky to have this type of wildlife outside. It's beautiful having these types of butterflies and bees. Hello you guys. This is probably the best time to film walking to the shops, considering the sun is out but there is more shade, and I just feel more relaxed walking at this time. Got some cleaning done, which is definitely necessary. Love these earrings, by the way. They love hearts, if you can tell. The other one's the same, love heart. Anyway, but I probably could have done more cleaning. I guess I just didn't want to overdo anything. So now I'm currently walking to the shops because Greg and I are planning to go and see my cousin tomorrow and her family, and my sister and her family, and they have children. So I want to get them some Easter eggs or some type of Easter present, just so that they can well, just have something special to eat. I don't know if they run out of Easter eggs or Easter bunnies, but I'm sure I'll find out. I'm wearing a dress, just in case you guys want to know. It's a flowery dress. I'll probably show you a better picture of it later. I can get my husband to take a photo of me wearing it. I don't wear dresses as often as I used to, but I can tell you that this is a blessing to wear. I've been feeling quite bloated recently, and maybe some of you think it's because of what I'm eating. Could be, or something else. And I'm not really one to say something unless I'm sure it's happening. But I feel like I'm gonna be needing to wear dresses a lot again in the near future. They are comfortable for me when I'm feeling like this. But how beautiful are the trees? I mean, check out. Oh, the sun is, I mean, not the sun, but the sky's a little bit pink as well. It's lovely. I'll spend time with you guys rather than just being alone and listening to my music. I don't mind that too, but I didn't bring any music with me. I hadn't heard from a while, a couple of weeks ago, and turns out she was looking for someone to help her out to get Senegence products, and I'm so thankful that I am still a Senegence distributor and I'm active. Even though I don't do parties and I don't do demos, because I feel like I'm just a really relaxed type of person. If people want to order from me, then you know they can do that. But when I first started Senegence, I was constantly hustling people and I just had a different type of mindset. So anyway, she contacted me and was asking for some products for her mum, and her mum now, well, we'll be getting some glosses and lip sensors, which I ordered, and I'm so excited because obviously she's tried it, so she knows what the stuff is like. And then this friend of mine was saying that her mum used to order from someone in St. Agnes, but they're no longer contactable. So even though that's a little unfortunate, it's kind of a blessing for me because it means I can help somebody else out who might need the help, and it's good to help people, you know. I'm just loving the sky. It is a little bit pink, and maybe this tone of orange yellow. It's very different. I haven't seen a sky like that in I don't know when. I have a little bit more battery left, so I'm going to use that to film. It's been a really nice walk to the shops today. I've got myself a an Aldi bag because my handbag can't seem to fit the stuff that I bought, and well, what I got was more than I expected. That's okay because it's for a good cause, you know. I love being able to get my nieces and nephews, sorry, I have two now, two nephews, things that they love. I'm just gonna safely cross the road. Oh, no traffic, we're good. I don't think I've been this way before, this is new. It was such a blessing to wear this dress, I tell you what. I think if I had worn my jeans and my shirt like I did when I was in the house, would have been a tight squeeze. I love jeans. For work, I've always been a jean type of wearer, and it makes sense because working in childcare, you get down on the floor and you know, you're always going to come home with a bit of a mess on your trousers, rather than if you were to wear a skirt, you can't really get down. And I mean at the children's level, to help them out if you're wearing a skirt. But I just wear jeans for fun now because I like them. So anyway, it's definitely gotten a little darker around here, but not to the point where I can't see. I like this type of lighting, works for me. Excuse the noise, it's the bag, I tell you. Listening to the dogs, huh? Okay, it's all good, everything's good. At least I have another day tomorrow to clean more of the house and make sure that it's a little bit more neater when they arrive on Saturday. I don't know what time they're coming over, but I'm assuming it'll be sometime in the afternoon that kind of suits them. So it's been a good day. It has. I'm just ready to get back home and sit down for a bit. I tend to feel that way when I've gone for a walk. I love walking, but I also know when my body has had enough and I need to stop what I'm doing. Hi you guys, happy Tuesday. Had to think about what day it is today. Believe it or not, Canberra is getting a little bit cold now, so I'm definitely feeling that we are in autumn. And I believe when Greg woke up yesterday morning, it was like 1 degrees Celsius, by the way, just in case you guys live in Fahrenheit. We live in Celsius, feeling the 1 degree Celsius in Australia, whereas I think this guy he was talking to was feeling something in Fahrenheit, and I just can't remember what it was. But anyway, it doesn't matter, that's not the point of my conversation. We are in different parts of the world and we're experiencing different types of weather. right now where I am, it is definitely feeling like autumn. The last couple of days was a little bit so-so, therefore I wasn't really sure whether the weather knew that it was autumn. But by waking up this morning, last night, I was feeling cold on and off. We had a heater on, but I think what happens is, see, I'm one of those people who gets hot really easy. So I throw off the covers, and that's my way of dealing with the heat. And then there were moments where I would just feel cold again, and then I just have to put my covers back on. So I really couldn't sleep as peacefully as I'd like to have slept last night. They're called Old El Paso taco shells. That's what they are. And we have about 12, but I've already eaten about 4. I was really hungry, by the way. As I said, it's 4 o'clock and it's not even dinner time, and I've been eating that. I must admit, when I'm watching a cooking show, maybe you guys can relate, I get really hungry. I watch someone eating, or I watch someone cooking something, and my body instantly says it's time to eat. And I just have this inkling that it's a good idea for me to eat something. I don't overdo it. Of course, I'm not full. I'm not feeling really stuffed, as they say, or bloated. I feel good. I just ate 4 taco shells because I haven't really wrapped my head around it either. The truth of it is, I'm 27, going on 28 years in August. So I turned 28 in August. So I'm a Leo, just in case you guys are like, what's your birthday? My birthday is in August. And I am very much a person who loves to do things for myself. You already can see from my videos that I'm very selfish. I do a lot of things for myself because I'm passionate about my music. I'm passionate about my makeup. I'm passionate about sharing what's happening throughout my day, where I am focusing on mindfulness, whether it is meditating or, you know, focusing on manifesting something big. So this is something that came up a little bit more last year, where I was thinking to myself, almost felt a little bit empty. And it's not like, I am, if you met me, you would understand that I have a lot of love to give. Like, I'm a very caring person, but I don't consider myself to be outgoing. I don't want to go out to throw someone a party. I don't want to organize an event if it's not my job. I don't do it for the fun of it. I do it because I'm doing it for someone, or I'm getting paid to do it. That's just who I am. And I know you guys have heard me say this before, it's the whole idea of introvert. But because I wasn't out a lot last year, I had a lot of time to think. And some people consider the idea of thinking to be bad or disruptive or something along the lines of that. I don't. Thinking is actually considered very good when you are thinking more about how much fun something is going to be, or how well it will turn out, just visualizing the greatness of the situation. And I believe I'm a lot better at doing that. So when I think about something, I don't, as they say, go into anxiety and go and think to myself, oh my God, this thing is going to happen and it's going to be scary and all this. I don't think like that. I think, what could it be with my control and the outcome that I visualize? And so this thought came into my mind of, what would it be like to have children? And I've talked to Greg about it. So Greg and I, we're very open about it. We've talked about it when we started dating, actually, even before we got married. It wasn't something that we only started talking about after we got married. So children has definitely been on our radar, but I've told him for the longest time, I don't want children, I want a business. I want something established. I want to be financially secure before I have children. And I'm starting to feel that it doesn't matter what financial state we're in, because I truly believe we would make it work. Whatever time that we are gifted with a child, and I'm talking about our first priority is to have a biological child. Whether or not you know my story, I am adopted, so I don't have biological parents who are alive that I've talked to. Anyway, going back to that whole scenario, I would talk to some of my friends about the idea of having children. I got really emotional talking to certain people about having children, and it was a really rocky road for me last year mentioning children, because every time I did, for me personally, I would be feeling scared or unsure, or something I would consider negative. And now it's to a point where I feel like by being a mother, it's a great purpose to have, being there for someone else, having that responsibility, but also enjoying the process of seeing them do what they love doing and growing up. And this animal shelter, I know I'm talking to you guys about children and now I'm flitting from animal shelter. I think that with a plan, Greg and I would start off by having dogs before having children. That's ideally what I'd like. If it happens the other way around and we do end up being pregnant before we buy a dog, then I'm not going to be angry or upset about that. I just feel that by having a dog, it's definitely going to be my responsibility of looking after an animal that is furry and is definitely not like Marty. As you know, I have a fish called Marty and he's not high maintenance. He doesn't need a lot of looking after. As you know, fish, you just feed them and clean out their tanks and they're happy things. And of course you move around toys and bring in friends and whatnot, give them real plants, fake plants, there's a whole lot there. But they don't need the type of looking after that a dog does. A dog needs grooming, washing, making sure that its nails are clipped as well. If it does have really fast growing nails, I've known some dogs to have long nails. My Dachshund that I had when I was living back with my mum and my dad and my sister for a little bit back in Perth had long nails, and we would have to cut them a little bit. So Greg and I were going to an animal shelter, long story short, and I think it would be a really great idea for us to go and see what types of dogs are out there. This is all back to the whole purpose thing. I feel by being a mother of a furry animal, being a mother of a child that is human, is not only a great responsibility but an enjoyable experience, and that is something that I'm a lot more open to this year. I don't do the regular 9-to-5 job because I want to make more time to be with my loved ones, and I don't know specifically how it's going to turn out when I do become a musician that goes out there and travels and plays music all over the world, which is another belief of mine. I do believe that is going to happen, but I also believe that with that in mind, I will still have time to myself and I will still make time to be there for Greg and the children or dogs that we end up having. I say dogs because I really would like to have two, but I think by going to the animal shelter and just having a look, I might be able to have a better idea of what it's like to bring up one dog alone or two dogs together, and sort of see what they're looking for in an owner. Because really the last time I looked after a dog was Sam, and that was, I believe I was about 8 or 10 years old when she passed away. So I was quite young, and she lived for 13 years. She went on pretty good. She lived a really great life, and she was my best friend when, well, she still is, you know what I mean, just not in physical form, but she was such a beautiful dog. And so I just want to see what it's like to go to this animal shelter, and we may consider getting a dog in the future. I don't see Greg and I going out and buying one this weekend. I think we just need a bit of time to sort of work out what our priorities are, whether we want to have a dog that is going to be an indoors dog or an outdoors dog, whether it's going to be one with a low tum like a Dachshund, or something a little bit taller. And I know for a fact that it's not going to be a dog that needs a lot of space, because if you have seen our back area, which I probably filmed a couple of times, it's not that big. It's really quite tiny. So if the dog needs a lot of running around space, this is not the place for them. I need a dog that doesn't need a lot of space. Of course, in the future, when we decide to get other houses and possibly holiday homes, we've talked about that as well, then, you know, it doesn't really matter what type of dog it is. It's an open thing. But currently, the idea of having a dog with short hair, because I get really itchy when I have dogs or even cats around me that have long fur. It's something that I've not been able to cope well with for a while. Then that's the type of animal I want to have, and I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Animal shelters are not something I'm quick to gravitate towards, because sometimes I feel like the dog or whatever animal it is has been through so much crap that they may not be willing to live in a new house, or it may be so hard for them that how do you say this, that change would not be a good idea for them either. Like maybe a dog pound, or sorry, excuse me, maybe an animal shelter where they are currently, maybe that's where to go for them. I don't know, because I haven't had a dog from a dog shelter or an animal shelter. I don't know what it's like. If you've got any suggestions about animal shelters, feel free to mention that too. I just honestly want to be honest with you guys and say, yes, I do have some specifics about what I'm looking for short-haired. I would like to have a dog that hasn't been through so much that it's just going to be like a stressful situation for Greg and I to give it a home. Some people say that it's better to look after a dog that's been through so much hell, and then you can give it all the love it needs. But you know, when a dog has been through something like that, just by giving it lots of love does not mean it's going to change its life. Do you know what I'm saying? And these things take a lot of time and effort, and if you're willing to do that, which I probably am not, I want to have a dog that's going to want to be in a new home, that is going to want to be looked after by myself and Greg, feel comfortable with a female and a male being their owners, but I don't want them to come into our house thinking that every little sound or light or, you know, something is going to make it feel uncomfortable because that's what it came from. And it's like trying to help somebody who doesn't want to be helped. Do you know what I mean? You just can't do that. So the dog has to want to, it has to want to be loved. if that makes sense. So that's, anyway, that's my point. I'm gonna get off here and yeah, excuse me if this was more of a talking video, but I don't know, I just wanted to keep you guys in the loop. There's not really much happening right now as I'm speaking to you, but there are a couple of things happening throughout the week, and I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, now I'm getting hot. This is very strange weather. I will talk to you guys soon.